One of the best of days I find myself driving. I was raised in a way where just by arriving not only fulfills an addiction at hand of a farming wife's coffee as black as a lamb, but it seems some of the best cups are served all over the southeast corner of this province, with matrimonial cake and ginger snaps. With my schedule cleared and no pickin to do, cause I heard that someone just didn't clean their boots. Well, it's hard to be mad as I've been there before, traipsing shit from the barn across mom's kitchen floor. Well, I got zero resentment. Figure it's time to get on back out in the world and do what I do best. PRin, campaignin, checking on the base. And so I roll up the laneway unannounced and I scope out the yard to see who's around, and I'm available if needed to divert their course, which usually includes the last working hours of chitting and chatting and finishing a job. Well, it's as easy as putting more pierogies on. Please stay. We'd love to have you. Oh, and by the way, my son says he bought an album from you on his doorstep in the city. Mighty neighborly. Mighty neighborly. Well, they up in frozen market and the grain is on back order. The hot air sure ain't helping from the east. The calves will all get sick if it gets any warmer. Job is just to listen when you're talking to farmers. But from cabbage rolls to Saskatoon pie, a quick cup of tea and then out comes a rye, the lubricator to the muddier thoughts. 3 fingers deep with some water on top, it's the only way to drink it if you want to get into the nitty gritty. Provincial corruption, the paid for premier, the corporate titty. Well, if history's made from decisions we choose, then my history suggests I should decline the booze and stick to supporting the stocks that I own. There ain't nothing better than a farmer's homegrown, and wouldn't you know it? Ask and you shall receive a little Moose Mountain. Well, thank you, Jesus. Well, they're up in frozen market, and the grain is on back order. Hot air sure ain't helping from the east. The calves will all get sick if it gets any warmer. Job is just to listen when you're talking to farmers. She says they act like they care what we got to say until it's us versus buddies from back in the day with them big old checkbooks and weekends of golf, just going down the list, stroking each other off. And like I always say, the most dangerous politician is a failed businessman, bankrupt on leadership and still can't make any sense. And then they get their little fingers on the public funds, and it's full-blown private sector socialism with handouts and tax cuts and subsidies and kickbacks and bailouts and all interest-free. And for the rest, you, well, why don't you go get a second job? Be a backbencher. Shit, you don't even have to do anything.